What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is SuitNTieMedia, and today I really wanted to bring you guys something because a ton of people are not really appreciating real-time arena RTA as much as they should. And I wanted to come and be the first person, well, maybe not the first, because I'm sure somebody out here has really enjoyed it, but I wanted to be one of the outspoken people to kind of say, hey, look, RTA is actually pretty cool. Now, because I think Com2Us knows how unpopular RTA has been, I think that the new event that they've actually brought out, and sorry for the lag, there is actually a little bit of delay between the video and Mobizen. Looks right now to be about 7 or 8 seconds behind, to be honest, so we'll just have to work with it. It looks like it might be an internet thing, and also I'm really sick, so you can probably hear it in my voice, absolutely. But they came out with this new event. Now it lasts 32 days, which I don't know why, because you can finish this in 3 or 4 days at max. Now what it is basically play RTA. They give a ton of rewards for this, some cool auras if you're into that, but they just come as they go. What the stuff that I'm really looking at here is the fact that, hold on, let this load, there we go. Alright, so what I'm really looking at here is the beating 100 monsters in World Arena. So you could lose every single time, but as long as you defeat 100 monsters, you get a total of 400 crystals. That is ridiculous for an event that you can finish in technically 1 day if you used probably 25 arena entries, which I believe you have 30 RTA entries a day, and they refresh every day. So technically you could have 400 crystals in 1 day. But that's not all of it. Also, for every summoner that you meet, you don't even have to beat this person. Whatever summoner that you end up meeting from a different country, you get 50,000 mana. So all you have to do is play RTA. Don't win, don't do nothing. You can rage quit, and you can make yourself 200,000 mana like that. This is the only one where you really have to play. Winning against summoners from other countries, if you get 15, you get 4 mystical scrolls. I mean, that's pretty worth it, right? I'm almost done already, and I just started doing this today. Or maybe, I think last night, right before it refreshed. And then this one is just entering friend match. Now, you can do that on your own time or whatever. It's only 120 energy, but if you want something else for it, you could do it. Now, I want to show you guys a bunch of tips and tricks for RTA that can actually help a lot of newcomers, middle ground players, and maybe even some endgame players to do some things that they didn't really notice. So I'm almost out of my live arena attempts, but I wanted to go ahead and show you guys what it's all about and kind of use the rest of them for you to kind of get experienced. So I'm not too great. I think maybe I can see my record here. Nope, it does not oh, hold on. Alright, so I've had 33 total, 18 of which were wins and 15 of which were losses. So I've won more times than I've lost in the last 2 days, and that's pretty awesome. We're going to go into some battles and see, and I will kind of show you guys what exactly you should be doing and what the strategy is that seems to be working for me. Because I know a lot of people keep losing and losing and losing, but it doesn't have to be that way. So you can see here, I got the first pick. Now, you got to think, what are your biggest weaknesses? For me, the biggest weaknesses are for people going first. So not only does getting Bernard help me, but what it does is it makes sure that he can't get Bernard, because most people of this area cannot functionally get, you know, a higher speed than my 230 Bernard or whatever. So that cuts off his speed boost right there. So now it's kind of whatever I want to go with. I see that he put down 2 fire monsters, including Chloe, but I'm not going to think about removing Chloe just yet. Instead, I'm going to put down my perfect combination of Theomars and, come on, Molong. Now, I'll show you why I put them down. Theomars was first, especially so he doesn't use Theomars. Cutting off other people's units are the biggest priority. Now, you can see here, he doesn't have any speed leaders, I don't believe. What I'm going to end up with is a speed leader, just in case he decides to cut off Bernard, and then Lucian, because now I have 2 nukers. If he tries to cut off 1 nuker, I still have another one. The biggest mistake people do, from what I've seen, is only put 1 nuker down, or put 1 speed unit down, and as soon as you cut them off, like, what? I mean, you can't win with Chloe Bernard. Chloe, Megan, and Bella. You know, you just can't do it. So, I'm going to see what his last unit is before we make any decisions. Looks like right now I'll probably just knock out Chloe, because nothing else really seems too dangerous. My team is built to knock out all the all the deadlies first. Now, there's always one unit on the team that is really going to be crippling. Very few times will I encounter a situation where they have multiple great units that I can't counter. So that's not a unit I'm too worried about. I mean, just in case we can check. But there's nothing serious here that I'm scared of. So Lucian does ignore defense. Now, my guess is that they're probably going to remove Lucian, thinking that that's a good idea. Now, if they think they can outspeed me, they might go for Bernard, but then they'll keep Lucian. So we're going to go ahead and remove Chloe, just to give us the best chance. Now, he removed Theomars. That's not the best decision, because Molong is built to be a one-shot unit. He's a one-shotter. That's what he does. So it doesn't matter if Rakan is good or not. And we're going to go ahead and speed lead. That way we go first. And he's in a world of trouble now. Because what is he going to do, you know? I mean, he's very limited. Lucian can take out 3 of those units almost in one hit, if not. Megan is built for a... part of her biggest thing is using a defense buff, which doesn't matter with Lucian, because Lucian ignores defense. So there's a lot of lag here. I'm sorry about that. We're going to go ahead and freeze up these guys. And we got 3 out of the 4, which is fine. And watch. This should at least knock out 1, maybe 2. And you see here, it almost knocked out 1. Now, we're kind of at fair game right now. I don't know if he's at... This does 70% of the unit's HP, and we killed him. So now the game's already over. Game's already done. I already beat him. There's nothing I can do. I'm going to play auto and just let it run out. Again, I'm sorry for you guys who are seeing this in the background. It's very, very laggy. I got to fix Mobizen or something. But you guys can kind of go along with it as it goes. I'm autoing. You only need the first couple of turns and wipe out the rest of the units. That's it. That is it. It's completely... The game is determined by whether or not they're smart enough to take out units. Or what units they decide to place. A lot of people put down some crazy stuff like Perna and, Villadril and stuff and try to scare you. But they don't realize that I'm not going to be worried because... what's the point in putting down Perna if I'm just going to remove it? Because then you have no nukers. You can't kill me with a Villadril if I have, 3 water monsters. So it doesn't, it really doesn't matter. So again, we're going to use Bernard, so cuts off his Bernard. The only thing that may outspeed is possibly an Orion. Possibly. And there you go. There's his Orion. Galleon. Now I really need to focus on trying to outspeed because Orion has always been known to stun and strip me and just screw me up. My biggest decision here is going to be putting 2 nukers, because now he can't... A lot of times, you see Galleon being paired with these 2 guys because they can do insane damage. I removed them, so now he's using what looks to be secondary nukers. Now, the third thing I'm going to do is put a speed leader down, and then put Molong down. So, chances are, he has a speed leader, he has an Orion. It's up to me what I want to cut out. Now, a lot of people say, oh, cut out Tashar. No. My best bet here is to try and risk cutting out Orion. If I decide to go Beretta, is he going to outspeed? I don't know. Because if I cut out Beretta, and he cuts out Tyron, then I don't have a speed leader, but I have 220 plus Bernard. If he cuts out Bernard, I have a speed leader. So you know what? I'm actually going to cut out his speed leader. I'm going to screw him over. And maybe if Orion has over 200 speed, then he could get me on this. Then that's my fault. I should have been paying attention. I should have probably did a little bit more to not take risks, but oh well. The biggest thing is if he stuns, that's the only way that, if Orion is able to AoE stun my nukers, then I could be in trouble. That's very, very scary. Accuracy plus 41%, and if Orion can outspeed, I think Orion might outspeed. We might lose this one because I wasn't really doing the best of jobs. So, okay, let's see what he did. Alright, so he stunned 1 unit. I know you guys are a few seconds behind. Now, Teshar is probably going to wipe us. I know you... Alright, yeah, we're going to get wiped. So, I made the mistake of not cutting out Orion. I should have cut out Orion. That is something that I won't do in the future. Like I said, I know you guys are seeing this about 10 seconds behind. It's very laggy, I don't know why. But yeah, the game was lost because he used strategy on his part to trick me into thinking that Orion wasn't going to be faster. Although it definitely was, as we can see. The next time we battle, if there's no Orion, you want to cut out the fastest unit possible. Because if the fastest unit survives, then, whatever. You lost. This is all about going first, because a lot of times these guys will rage quit as soon as their nukers or whatever are out. So that could have been our win if I removed Orion, but I was being childish and didn't do it. And, I thought, okay, well, whatever. So he put down Chloe first, which means that I'm still able to use that. I'm going to put down a Lucian, because now he's going to be like, okay, well, I'll knock out Lucian. This is where it gets risky. This guy has a lot of good speed units. This is not going to be a fight that I can just put together in one try. We'll see what happens. He may put a couple... I think, if I'm not... Hold on. 24%. Okay, this is where things could get iffy. This is where things could get very, very iffy. I should have put... Should I? No. I was going to put something that could cleanse, but I'm gonna YOLO it. What I am going to do is get rid of Orion, because screw Orion. He got rid of Bernard. Fair enough. Fair enough. Now, if Chloe is fast, then we lost again. That's what this comes down to, is when I start battling these people who have clearly better runes, because I am a mid-game player. So when they have clearly better runes, it's a loss. If I had better runes, things would be fine, but... Alright, yeah, he's going to outspeed. He's going to set bombs, and I'm going to die. Now, I didn't just say that I could run through everybody. I said I would talk about tips and strategies, including the ones on the opposite side. So, I literally can't do anything. I just have to take the bullet. You guys are behind me by a couple of seconds. I'll keep stressing that until it gets done. And Lucian does die. A little bit of a spoiler there. Okay, so he did 75,000 damage, but didn't kill. You'll see in a second. There you go. All right, so we can kill. All right. This is what we're going to do. We're going to hope for a stun. We did not get a stun. So this was already long gone before we even started. Let's see. I'm going to auto and let it lose. Now, for those of you guys who are like, oh man, I cannot watch this because it's like totally, 10 seconds behind what I'm commentating. Unfortunately, if there were no time constraints, I would wait till it caught up, but because of the time constraints, it's going to be extremely difficult to go through. Just because I'm using a different cord, or maybe because I transferred to a different computer, because I'm using a brand new computer. Wow, brand new, and here it is just failing on me. So, let's see, now we're 19 and 17. So, some strategies to do, obviously put your speed units. Don't always remove the most intimidating unit. Remove the one that's going to set up the first play, because the first play is usually in Summoner's War the biggest. So we're gonna go look for an opponent. It's probably going to be a little bit laggy. We'll get through this. I don't know if this refresh button works, but I'm not gonna click it because who knows what's gonna happen. So he's gonna put Bernard, either that or Chloe. He's gonna put something. Okay, so he put a Camilla. Now my question is, do I want? All right. I'm not really afraid of Lucian, so I would rather put Theomars down, so he can't have Theomars. These are two really, popular units that he's not going to be able to use. Now, a speed lead team does not work because he has Leo. So, he's probably going to leave him there. Yeah, he's probably going to leave, I forgot his name, Bernard. But what I'm going to do is dance around the fact that I don't need a speed leader. And if he doesn't use Veramos, I will use Veramos. If he uses Veramos, which looks like he's going to use because he has Bella. Bella and Vero is like the combination, usually. When you see, you have to just know tendencies. As soon as somebody puts down a Bella, it's very unlikely he's going to use something else. Very unlikely. I am probably going to keep Leo around. Okay, so there he goes. I'm going to get rid of Camilla, actually. Because that's the one unit that I have troubles with, and if he doesn't get one shot, it's going to be rough. So, what I can do here is just use a good old fella. Now, if I remove Camilla, I'm not going to have to worry, because if Camilla is tanky, it's going to be a pain in the butt to try and defeat him. Absolutely, it's going to be near impossible, and I'm going to waste my turns. So, the alternative is get rid of one of the healers, which is not a big deal because I can probably kill them. I didn't set this team up for turn order, so I'm just going to I'm gonna ban Camilla. He banned Lucian, which is fair. Why not? And then I'm gonna just put an HP lead. So he's gonna put a defense lead. Understandable, for Wind. Now my question is, between him and Leo, who goes first? Or between Leo and forgot her name. I think it's Annabelle. Maybe one of them. Who do I kill first? Now it doesn't really matter who I kill first. Let's get some stuns first before we say anything. All right, we got 2 stuns on some main ones. Let's get rid of her. Not that she's really that important, but yeah, I wanted to get rid of her. Get her out of the picture. Get her done with. So now I want to remove Bella before anything. I'll kind of slow this down for you guys so everything doesn't look crazy. So yeah, we are pretty far behind. Wow. It's actually kind of weird to see how we're like 20 seconds behind at this point. I'm trying to hold out, but I have a time limit and I can't risk it. So now you guys are pretty much where I am in terms of, yeah, it's a 2v4. So really, what is he going to do? What I'm going to try and get rid of is Jisun, because Jisun is bye-bye. Jisun is gone. And I mean, Molong is the best one-hitting unit in the game, in my opinion. He's so good for setting up because nobody expects him. They're like, wow, a water tank, good for you. I can just bash you with, win units. It doesn't work like that. He has 40,000 HP, first of all, so he's not going to get one-shot by anything. And as soon as somebody gets to 70% HP, it's downhill from there. So, we're going to try and stun just for fun, just to make him mad. Yeah, he's stunned. I mean, if he survives, he survives. You guys will see what I'm going towards as it comes. You'll see the enhancement. Maybe if I put the cord in a different spot, it would help. Let me see if I can refresh. See what refreshing does. Well, we're already caught up to the same place. Same place now. So, now we're behind again. Come on, come on, come on. Alright, so it's very laggy. I will say that. I'm gonna have to fix this for the next time because this is bad. Or I might have to do wireless or something. I don't know. Let's see. So, but anyways, I'll talk about it. I'll have this in the background. It's not a big deal. Now, he put down 2 attackers. The 2 attackers that I use. Does that make a difference? Somewhat. But I do have... let's see. Those attackers aren't built for speed, I'm guessing. So I'm going to use Chloe to screw them over, in a sense. Because he's not putting another nuker. If he puts another nuker, he's stupid. Crazy. There's no reason for that. Only thing I can think is maybe a speed lead, but I might keep his nukers there just to screw him over, just to make him mad. Because you know what I can do? I can do something a little bit cheeky here. Well, yes and no. Let's see, I think she's a reviver actually, which is not my favorite thing to deal with. I don't have a nuker, but what I do have is a potential unit that can help me get rid of some guys. So, we're gonna go with this. We'll see what happens. May or may not lose. Who am I gonna ban? If I ban Theomars, I might ban Theomars. I'm gonna ban Theomars. Why not? He's just a pain in the butt. I use Chloe as a distraction, to be honest, because I knew he was gonna say, "Oh, I need to get rid of him so I can use my units." But Lucian is completely avoidable. Those who lose to Lucian, and watch me lose to Lucian, because Lucian's gonna have 160 speed, and I'm gonna be stunned and then get hit. So it's a completely different thing. But I know you guys are just seeing this now, but I do go first. I go first, which is good, because now I can freeze. Now I didn't freeze Lucian. But what I can do is maybe one-hit him. I won't one-hit him. Oh, but I did stun him. That's GG right there. There's no way out of that. I'm going to kill him. And I think that's a reviver, though. So before I make any rash statements, unless I stun him, we're in trouble. Is that a reviver? Doesn't look like he was reviving. I don't know. I was assuming it was, but this isn't gonna do a lot of damage. May stun, I think. Could. Nah. We need to get rid of her before anything. Alright, let's just strip. Just kind of waste his turn right there. I have a feel... Oh, man. I really thought that was a reviver. Is it not a reviver, or am I just being played with? Maybe it's not a reviver. I don't know. Okay. Well, it's not doing anything serious. I expected to lose my nuker. Violent, man. Violent Will on Megan. That's something that's going to be really annoying in the future. Man, why is it so laggy? I'm going to have to change something after this. I apologize, guys. We're actually in a little bit of trouble right now. Just a tad bit. Because our stuns aren't working. Yeah, we're in a little bit of a problem right here. And I'm saying that because I don't have anything to clear out the units. We did get rid of what we wanted to get rid of in terms of Lucian, but we should have gotten rid of something else. Because now we have to deal with this. And I don't have Molong fully skilled up, so his good skills take some time to come back, which is really, really obnoxious. Come on, man. Just get it over with. I agree. I lost. Alright, yeah, I lost, so... You guys are probably... Alright, there we go. I was gonna say, you guys are probably gonna be stuck here for a while, because I just rage quit, but, come on. Come on. So, yeah, I was pretty much just going over RTA and everything. This video was pretty small. It wasn't super in-depth, mostly because the lag is... I mean, we're like 10 seconds to 20 seconds behind at some points. It's really obnoxious. Yeah, so, I apologize for that. If you guys want to see what my Theomar stats are, they're pretty average. I'm using Violent Blade and no crit damage, because I don't have the runes for that yet, so I'm not even going to risk it. I don't even have the runes for him. And I consider him to be my best runed monster. And look at his, you know, I did plus 15 this. It's decent. Crit rate, attack, HP. It's got a little bit of speed on there. But, I mean, his runes are average. Like, they're nothing superior. I do have a 6-star crit damage rune somewhere here. Let's see, where you at? It was here somewhere. Maybe it's a... You know what it is? I think it's a fatal. Yeah, I have this. Although it's not percent rune, so I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to deal with it. It's not going to help me. I mean, Veramos is pretty slow. A lot of my units are pretty slow. That's why I'm not superiorly getting through this. He's decent. I think he has 26,000-ish HP, 175 speed. That's fine for DB10 and stuff. Could be a little faster because he's on Violent. I switched over his his runes to Bella, who he had plus 200 at the time. Now Bella has 210. I think 210 speed for Bella is a little overkill. I'd rather replace some of that for HP. But I mean, beggars can't be choosers. I could even get rid of this, and he could still be fine if I wanted to go full HP. Because he'd still be at about 170-ish. So I could remove that and look for an energy rune. Let's see if I even have one. No, I have this, but that's not important. So, I mean, most of these guys are pretty average. His runes need a ton of work. Whew, I'm like mid-sneeze right here. Whew. I thought he was 175 speed. He's actually 165, which is too slow. Way, way, way too slow. So I'll definitely have to be working on some moves and things, but other than that, I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys were able to take something into account. Most times when I learn something, I actually just take a gander at like what they say, what somebody says, and kind of throw it into my own, you know, idea and twist it around and see how it works. And that's how, you know, how I go about doing things. I kind of learned this just from experience, but you know, it can be applied different places. And if you do decide to partake in RTA, it's a great way to build up your event, which is, I think the event was very generous. I think they gave us more than they needed to in order to make a point that they want RTA to be a big thing. I think it's pretty good. It needs some changes here and there maybe, but overall I found it enjoyable. So I'll probably be doing it a lot more. Also, I just finally got my legendary scroll. Popped it this morning. I was gonna save it for the video, but I got this girl right here, and oops, sorry about that. I'm getting a call. I will answer that very soon. Okay, sorry. There we go. Alright, so, anyways. Whew. Okay. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Thank you for getting through all these troubles with me. I'm sorry, it's been... the new computer and everything is kind of messing stuff up. But thank you guys so much for watching. Stay classy, and peace out.